Okay, ISWA is Israel Water Association. It's a non-governmental, non-profit organization established in Israel in 2001. I'm the chairman and president. The main purpose of the organization is to promote Israel's water sector in Israel and for Israel. We have an annual conference which is all about knowledge sharing and bringing people together from industry, technology, government, municipalities, other organizations. Everyone interested in water is there. We had the last one just a few months ago. I also manage a consulting company called Adin Holdings, which does international consulting, including in Mexico on the holistic water cycle. Also tries to encompass all aspects of the water sector and based on knowledge and understanding accumulated in Israel and in the world. Israel's main challenges in water has always been increasing demand. And this is based on population growth and also increase in the standards of living. Basically, every few decades, this is overcome by new emerging technologies, starting with utilization of water resources, which are surface water, groundwater, and rainwater, all natural resources, then by recycling wastewater. Israel recycles 85% of its urban wastewater and uses it for irrigation. And 50% of the irrigation in Israel is this supplied wastewater. Since this has not been enough, desalination has been introduced in large quantities. And this seems like an infinite resource of water, but it has its cost, mainly energy, and we need a place to put all these water resources. The new challenge on top of this is climate change. We see changes in the way or in how rain falls on Israel, and Israel is foreseen to suffer less rain or less precipitation in the future because of this. Well, Latin America and Mexico is suffering from actually a much lower starting point when we talk about introducing technologies. In Latin America, still many people don't have access to drinking water, and many more don't have access to sanitation services. So these basic infrastructure are missing. This challenge is actually an opportunity because we can jump generations and start already with advanced technologies. There are many possibilities to try and do decentralized solutions in places of need, and try to implement smart water systems which are efficient already when they start. We don't need to try and take a city and turn it into a smart city. When we build new infrastructure, we can build it that way from the beginning. Well, I think first of all, the event was managed fantastically, and in terms of content, we saw the Water Economic Forum really build an agenda that encompasses everything that we need to talk about in water, of course, technology, regulation, urbanization, challenges, resilience, etc. Talking about Latin America and bringing people from many locations in Latin America. The separate sessions allowed people who wanted to focus to attend only the events which were relevant to them. The result was clear. The hall was full all the time until the last moment. I was in the fourth session. I'm not used to this, and really people were even standing outside looking at the slides. So I think it was a way to show how experienced this organization is in knowing how to build this day in a well interesting way.